own special guest, which you're probably like, well, Kitty, how can you be your own special guest? Well, I don't know. We're going to try it. We're going to try it and see if Chuck Norris and Binka will behave enough for me to get their story out to you guys. Some of you know the story of Chuck Norris and Binka. Others of you do not. Now, this is a featured show, so I will be saying thank you and hello to a lot of you. It went at first here as you're coming in, but as the show goes on, I won't be able to say hi to each and every one of you, but I have these amazing bouncers here that can say hi to you instead, and they can help me say thank you for gifts too. And look at that, Fred, you leveled up! Congratulations, Fred, on the level up to 43. I'm glad he did it right now so I could just give him some special props. Please send me a screenshot, Fred, so I can make you something special. I love it. I love it. I love it. If you're just coming now, I did say this is a featured show. So what does that mean, Kitty? What does it mean to be in a featured show? It means that I won't be cussing, I won't be swearing, and if you troll me or my comments, you will be kicked out by one of these incredible bouncers in my stream. Now, that being said, you can ask any question that you want, and we'll see if we can answer your questions, okay? So if you have a question, feel free to ask it. You can ask me any question or any of the special guest questions, except for I'm the special guest this week with my kitty cats. So I guess we'll just see what my kitty cats have to say, meow. So every week we like to start the same way. We like to play a little something, hello JMB, called Pet Trivia. Now, I am going with all the animals this week. I didn't want to just pick cats, and I didn't, because even though we're going to see my cats, but I wanted to pick out all of the animals in the world. So this week I did a little mix up, added a little bit of extra pets and some wild animals too. Sorry, whenever I try something new, I always get hiccups. I know, now you know something about me. I will do, some people have little nervous things where they do things and they hiccup or they whatever, I hiccup. So because I'm trying something completely new tonight, I feel sweaty and I get a little nervous, but we're trying something very new by introducing my own cats, and hopefully they'll work with me, right? If not, we're going to be on a kitty chase around the house, but we'll find out. Hello, welcome into Meow and Me, and let's get started with some pet trivia, animal trivia all over the world. So this is a part where I ask a question and I'll give you 4 options, and it's an A, B, C, or D option. You can type out what I say with your choice or whatever you want. I know the answer, but I'm seeing if you do, and if not, maybe you'll get a chance to learn along the way. So here we go. What animal has the longest lifespan? Is it a blue whale? Is it a locust? Is it an elephant? Or is it the giant tortoise? What do you think has the longest lifespan? I see giant tortoise. Oh, you are correct. It is. The giant tortoise is about 150 years for a lifespan. That is crazy, yeah? 150 years, making it the longest living animal on the planet. In captivity, some giant tortoises have lived as long as 177 years. Isn't that crazy? 177 years they've lived. You guys, I just saw something crazy here. Another featured show host has entered the building. Their names are Quinn and JT. They have a featured show here in the app on Sunday nights called Chowing Down. Wow. This is where if you're hungry and you want to learn how to cook something, you follow Quinn and JT and they will try to teach you how to chow down the Texan way down south. Anyways, moving on. What is the only animal capable of true flight? This is true flight. Is it a flying squirrel? Is it an ocelot? Is it a hummingbird? Or is it a bat? A flying squirrel, an ocelot, a hummingbird, or a bat? What is the only... I see a bat. You guys are really good. Okay, bats are the only mammals, rather, capable of true flight. A bat's wings is constructed very much like a human hand, and it has long fingers and membranes across its bat wing. It's crazy because they range in sizes from 1 inch for a bat all the way to almost 6 feet. Yeah. So a bat can be 1 inch to 6 feet large. Many species of bats are endangered, so you're not supposed to kill them. All right. What is the fastest flying bird in the world? Yeah, I know, right? I know, Ash, right? Is it a horned sungem? Is it a spine-tailed swift? Is it a harpy eagle? Or is it a peregrine falcon? Is it a peregrine falcon? The sungem, the swift, the eagle, or the falcon? I see a lot of answers. Let's start with swift. Nope. I saw sungem. Nope. I see eagle. Nope. It is the peregrine falcon. It is able to dive at almost 200 miles per hour, folks. 200 miles per hour. Yeah, that is incredibly fast, folks. Super fast indeed. The peregrine is not only the fastest flying bird in the world, but it's also the fastest animal on Earth, period. Did you catch that? It is the fastest animal on Earth, period. Yeah, at 200 miles per hour, it really knows how to fly. And I see, welcome in everybody to Meow and Me. All right. I see Top Badge D'Angelo Jones down here. Hello, Top Badge D'Angelo Jones. Okay, a new kangaroo is about the size of a what? A grapefruit, a watermelon, a lima bean, or a plum? What do you think the size of a newborn kangaroo is? Is it a lima bean? Is it the plum? I see a lot of lima beans. And you guys are correct. A newborn kangaroo is about 1 inch in length. It's approximately the size of a lima bean. Yes. Still essentially a fetus, the newborn kangaroo swims through its mother's fur to reach her pouch, where it latches onto a teat which swells inside its mouth. Yeah. After 7 to 8 months inside a mother's pouch, the infant will then venture outside of the pouch, returning only to feed in case of multiple infants belonging to the same mother. Each infant feeds only from its own teat that the mother has. So isn't that crazy? That's crazy. Now, you're going to go, what is gestation? Gestation means the time spent inside of a mother's womb. So here's the next question for you. If you're just coming into Meow and Me, welcome into the show. We're doing a little animal trivia tonight, okay? What is the gestation period of a blue whale? A blue whale. Is it 4 to 6 months? Is it 16 to 18 months? Is it 10 to 12 months? Or is it 2 years? 2 years, 10 to 12 months, 16 to 18 months, or 2 years? I see 2 years. Nope. Does anybody 16 to 18 months? Nope. 4 to 6 or 10 to 12? I see OG Meow. Who do you think it is, you guys? Is it the 10 to 12 months? It is 10 to 12 months. The gestation period of a blue whale is approximately 10 to 12 months. Usually one calf, that's what a blue whale's baby is called, is a calf, is born at a time. Although twins have been born on rare occasions, most blue whales' calves weigh around, ready for this, 2.5 tons. 2.5 tons. That's the baby blue whale. Okay, baby blue whale is 2.5 tons. They're usually born in the late fall or early winter, and they usually stay with their mothers for 6 to 8 months after they are weaned. Yes, isn't that crazy? All right. What do you know about being hungry like a wolf? Are some of you hungry right now? Now, this next question is about wolves. Yeah, I know. You love my bad jokes. Okay. How far away can a wolf smell its prey? Nearly a half a mile, nearly 4 miles, nearly 1 mile, or nearly 2 miles. How far away can a wolf smell its prey? I see 2 miles. Ooh, someone's smart. A wolf has over 200 million scent cells inside its nose, and it can smell 100 times better than a human being. If you think you're going to escape the wolf, bad news, guys. You're going to have a hard time. The wolf can smell 100 times better than you can. And under favorable conditions, a wolf can smell nearly 2 miles away. 2 miles away. It's crazy. Huh. How many times can a hummingbird flap its wings per second? 20, 40, 160, or 80? 160? I'm wondering if one of my bouncers can do their jobs. Thank you. All right. 160? Nope. 80? 80 is correct. A hummingbird can flap its wings about 80 times per second, causing an audible humming sound. Due to the unique structure of their wings, hummingbirds can fly left, right, up, down, backwards, or even upside down. They can also hover by flapping their wings in a figure-8 pattern. And their wings aren't the only fast-moving body part. They have a heart rate of approximately 1,260 beats per minute. Wow, that is something else. If you're just coming into Meow and Me, welcome in. We're doing some animal trivia. Here's our next question. What animal has the highest blood pressure? Is it the flea? Is it a blue whale? Is it an elephant? Or is it the giraffe? What animal has the highest blood pressure? I know, that's crazy, right? Is it the flea, the giraffe? I see a lot of people saying it's a giraffe, Kitty. You guys are really good. You really stuck your neck out there. Oh. Because of its extremely long neck, the giraffe must rely on its oversized heart. A giraffe's heart is about 2 feet long and about 25 pounds it weighs to pump blood all the way to its head. As a result, the giraffe has the highest blood pressure of any animal, 280 over 180 milliliters, beats per minute at a heart. I mean, that's more than twice the blood pressure of an average human. And not surprisingly, because of their high blood pressure, giraffes actually are more prone to heart attacks than other animals in the animal kingdom. Yes, isn't that something else? Welcome in, Hakuna. Now, I don't know about you, but you've probably ran into one of these or two of them at least at a picnic. If you're in the park, they might climb on you. If you're trying to eat a snack and you're on the ground, you might see them swarm over to your snack. What could I be talking about, you say, Kitty? The ants. Didn't. 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 Yes, that's right. How big is the largest known ant colony, though? What do you know about the ant colonies? How big are they? Well, are they 3.7 miles, 370 miles, 37 miles, or 3,700 miles? What is the largest known ant colony? 3.7, 370, 37, or 3,700? I see 37. No. 3.7? Nope. 3,700? Ooh, Fred. Meow. Fred, you are correct. The largest recorded contiguous colony of ants in the world stretches out to 3,700 miles. Welcome in, Lion on the Prowl. And it goes from northern Italy through the south of France to the Atlantic coast of Spain. And it is made of the species of Argentine ants introduced to Europe in the 1920s. Yes, you did not hear that wrong. That was 3,700 miles of ants. Yes, crazy. I know that's a real big ant colony. I'm pretty sure you don't want to make them angry. I would not want to make these ants upset with me. Welcome in, everybody. If you're just coming into Meow and Me, we're playing a little thing called Animal Trivia. We're on our last two questions of the night, okay? So if you're here, we're going to get doing that, and then I'm going to try to wrestle up my kitty cats to show you both Chuck Norris and Binka. All right. Which organ can account for up to 30% of a shark's total body mass? Is it the liver, the kidney, the heart, or the stomach? The liver, the kidney, the heart, or the stomach? What do you think it is? I see a lot of stomachs. I see liver. I don't know. Let's try liver. It is liver. Unlike bony fish, sharks do not have a gas-filled swim bladder for buoyancy. Wow. Instead, they rely on a large liver filled with oil. Interesting, Kitty. I know. I suppose you may not want to know this, but you may want to. But it's worth asking at the very minimum. Let's see. Let's see. Let's ask this. How do geckos stick to walls? Is it by using their hooked claws? Is it by their sticky secretions? Is it because they suction cup feet? Or is it their hair? Is their hooked claws, their sticky secretions, their suction cup feet, or their hair? I see sticky secretions. No. Sticky ickies? Secretions? What about suction cups? I'm going to go with suction cup feet, although I don't know much about geckos. Nope, that's not right either. What about hooked claws? Them gotta have hooked claws proof? Nope. Guess what? That only leaves one thing left. Hair. It is the hair. Geckos can stick to surfaces because their bulbous toes are covered in hundreds of tiny microscopic hairs called setae. Each setae splits off into hundreds of even smaller bristles called spatulae, which gets close to the contours in the walls and ceilings that the van der Waals force kicks in. This type of physical bond happens when electrons from gecko hair molecules and electrons from the wall molecules interact with each other, and then they create an electromagnetic attraction. So your gecko can crawl because of its hair. So that ends up pet trivia this week. Now we're going to go into a segment that I like to call special guest time. Now, you will say, like, Kitty, who's our special guest tonight? Did you hear that pop? I'm trying to get my kitties to come out. Little kitties, come out, kitties. And you know what? That sound was a can of cat food popping. Yeah, that was a can of cat food popping. Now, I'm trying to get them to come up here. They don't usually eat up on this table where I'm at, but I'm trying to get them to come up here so I can show you guys my kitty cats. Yes, I am. Let me turn this all the way off, and then I'm going to come into the guest box so that you can see my kitty cats, okay? Okay, let me turn this around. All right. Is there an echo? Let me do that. Okay. Can you guys all see well enough? So this is my cat, Binka. Now, I know this is going to be awkward because I'm only going to be partially on the camera, okay? This is my cat, Binka. As you can see him. Now, Binka, I got about, I want to say about a little over 5 years ago. Now, Binka has been, he was a rescue cat. He's a mixed cat of origin. He hates to be brushed. He will bite you if you try to brush him. Okay. But he loves to be snuggled. Strange things, right? A cat that loves to be snuggled but hates to be brushed. Yeah. You can see on his head, he's got these beautiful markings on his head, you guys. He's got these cute little ear tufts, right? He's got these adorable little markings on his hair. Look, he's going in for Chuck Norris's food as well. Are you guys seeing this? He's going in for Chuck's food too. So you see him, he's not shy. He's going to come after it. Now, he got named Binka. Yeah, he might be a mixture. He might be a mixture of several codes or cats. Now he's going in for the canned food. See him here? Now he's going in for the can. He's like, which bowl of food should I eat from? I can get all three. Yeah, look, he can't help himself. He's going from one to the other, hanging out. Look at him go. There he goes. He's strutting his stuff on the strutway. He does have tufts between his toes. Let me see if I can get him to come over. Binka. 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 He is so pretty, isn't he? Yeah, he's very coy. Binka's 5. So I named Binka after like an anime character. I liked the name Binka when I heard it, and so I kept the name Binka. You'll see where up here, right there, for instance, I had to cut some things out of his hair because he gets so angry when I comb him that he'll bite me softly. He won't bite me hard, but he'll bite me softly to avoid having it be combed at all, you guys. So instead of making him angry, I try to think of other ways to like distract him while I do that with him, right? Now, he's very beautiful. He's a very beautiful cat. You know, he doesn't like to be on camera, but he's so pretty. You know, he's such a beautiful baby, right? Yeah, they don't like milk. They won't drink milk. Proof, like neither one of them will drink milk. Um, I know. My cats are very weird. Now he's been to the vet every year. I do vet visits. I do vet care for them. I take them to the vet every year, and I have them weighed and measured and all of the stuff, and make sure they're up to date on their rabies shots and all of the things that need to happen for them. Okay. Um, and that's just to keep themselves healthy. But you know, he has very fine hair. He has a super fine coat. He's got these ear tufts. You see these ear tufts? Let's see if I can get in on these feet tufts. Oh, he's running away. He's running away, you guys. Oh, I didn't get the feet tufts. But they don't eat chocolate or cheese. Zoe's watching. Let's see if we can get Chuck Norris up here. Chucky. Let's see if we can get Chuck. Come on, Chuck. Come on. Come up. Come up here, Chuck. This is where my streaming stuff is, and they're not used to eating anywhere close up here at all. Okay. Come on, Chuck. Come on. This is so good. Come on. Come up here first and then come up here. Come on. Come on, Chuck. Come on, Chucky. Come on, Chuck. Look at Binka. Binka's like, come on over here, Chuck. All right, hold 1 second. Let me get Chuck. Once Chuck is up here, we'll be able to enjoy him, okay? Here's Chuck. All right. Here's Chuck. Now, okay, so Chuck is 9 years old, you guys. Chuck is 9 years old. He is a big baby. He is a rescue cat, okay? I have had Chuck since he was approximately... for 3.5 years, since he was 3.5 years old. He was a surrendered cat to the Humane Society. Now, when I got Chuck, he didn't have any hair, you guys, any hair on his back legs here. There was no hair at all. He was emaciated. He was severely underweight. Now he's a little, overweight, if anything. If anything, he's an overweight kitty at this point. But he weighs about 16 pounds. Okay. Hi, Queen Lala. He weighs about 16 pounds. He is a big baby. He is part Maine Coon as well. You'll see that both of them are trying to get into the same dish. I'm trying to get them both to come over here and visit both of us. But you know, they'll do what they want, you know. Maybe if I take that dish and move it closer to us, right? Like, let's do it smarter, huh? I get rid of one dish and then I'll have both of them come closer. Mm-hmm. So, but I've had both of them. They both get proper vet care every year since I've had them. Hello, Eddie. Chuck Norris, he did have a cold as well. The Humane Society did not want me to adopt Chuck. They actually discouraged me from adopting him because they said they felt that he would not make it as an animal. Uh, Coming because he was that skinny and he was that sick. Okay. And so he was really, really struggling. When I adopted him, he was so struggling so badly that it was actually very, very sad that he was struggling so hard. Look at Binka. Binka's like, is somebody going to feed me? How am I going to get fed? Like, where's my food, Mom? Yeah, he's definitely not struggling. Struggling now. No, he's a little baby. He's very soft. If I could describe Chuck Norris's fur, you guys, it would be like silk. Like he's so soft. He doesn't have coarse hair at all. His hair is silky smooth, super soft. Oh, he's coming over here to this one right here now. He's moving forward into this bowl instead, y'all. He's coming closer to this bowl now. You gotta love this for Chuck. He is his own kitty. Apparently the other bowl wasn't good enough. Let's move this one over here. Like this, yeah. Don't you guys wish you could get two kitties? See, these are my babies. They eat wet food for the most part. They have dry food as well, but overall, I would say that they get usually just a spoonful in a dish like this every night, and that makes them satisfied and happy. I don't mix the foods. I put the food in separate places for the kitty cats, just so that they stay and remain happy, and that way they don't feel like they have to share their territory. That way they have their own territory, each one. And I do this on purpose just to allow them to feel like they have their own places. Yeah. So, yeah, Binka is a mutt. He's a mutt. He's a little bit of part of everything. But Binka is the sweetest cat. Short of not allowing me to brush him every day, he's a very sweet cat. He sleeps with me every night. He sleeps on his back in my bed next to me with his little paws turned up. And it looks like we've lost the kitties now. They might come back. I don't know if they'll come back. If they do, I'll put the kitties back on. That's the best that I can do to lure the children up to the place that they need to be. I lure them in. That's as good as we can get of my cats. But I would say that Chuck Norris and Minka were bought on a buy one, get one free at the vet. The Humane Society. So I'm a firm believer in adopt, don't shop. If you can, adopt at the local Humane Society instead of shopping for a pet. That being said, I understand people have specific allergies. They have specific breeds that they might need to have instead, right? This I completely understand and get. And I don't want to discourage anybody from adopting a pet. If you have a pet, that's awesome and amazing. All pets matter. My cats have been a huge part of my life. Obviously, my name is inspired after my kitty cats. Thank you for 20B. Because they're inspired after my kitty cats because Kitty Commander is a play off of me having my two rescue cats. Okay. And then having to teach my cats, Chuck Norris, how to be okay being a cat with another cat, and then healing him and getting him back to where he's got a fighting chance to live and stuff, and now he's thriving. If not, he could use a little less snacks, at this point, but he's still my baby and I adore and love him very much. The same thing with Binka. Binka, the Binka came to me at 5 weeks old. We had to feed him very small amounts because he was just a little baby. He had just the longest tail you would ever see. And he just had this love of snuggling. He always wanted to be snuggled, really held tightly. So, he has grown up to be the most loving cat. When it comes to snuggling, he likes to snuggle in your covers, by you every night. He lays on my chest. He likes to headbutt me. He loves to come into the bathroom when people are in the bathroom, and he loves to sit at the countertop by the bathroom and headbutt them while they're going to the bathroom. And we're a house of all females, so he definitely thinks that it's his time to come in and headbutt us and tell us how proud he is of us using the restroom. Yeah, isn't that crazy? He doesn't run away. He does it all the time. He also, both of my cats, they do a little dry food, they do a little wet food. They might be spoiled a little bit when it comes right down to it. But that's part of having a pet that you care for and love very much. Like me, all of my pets that I've had dogs, and I've had ferrets, I've had fish, I've had lots of pets, but all pets like this, a cat or a dog, especially cats and dogs, those are a long-term commitment. They live generally, Chuck will live up to probably 13 to 16 years if I'm lucky, especially because they started out as wilderness kitties. Do you hear him meowing? You guys, do you hear the cats meowing in the basement? They're literally meowing down there. Chuck Norris is like, rah, 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 rah. They're probably yelling about having to be on a show. They're probably like yelling about being on the show. They're like, rah, rah, rah. We didn't want to be here. So that's my story about Chuck Norris and Binka. It doesn't. I would not trade my cats for $1 million. I love both of them very much. They are my little buddies, and you'll see Chuck Norris comes up pretty frequently. It knocks my streamer station over while I'm streaming. That's just his way of saying I love you and take that, and then he bulls over the streaming station. So my personal belief on cats is, or any animal that anyone has, is to love them as much as you can. They look forward to seeing me as soon as I come through the door. And some of you have talked to me on the phone while I'm walking through the door of my home, and you've heard my cats meowing in the background, because my cats meet me at the door just like a dog does. Will I be adding more cats to? No, not in the next 2 years. Um, I'm going to keep my cats at the level they are, which is my 2, because they're a lot of work. And 2, I want to be able to afford proper vet care for my pets. And so, I have it budgeted out for my pets to remain healthy and try to make sure that if something did arise, that I should be able to handle it and take care of it. With whatever might be their need, short of them getting like something, hurting them or something like that. And I think that's a really important part of pet ownership on a personal level, is to make sure that, you don't take on more than you can chew when it comes to the pets. Hello, Woofy. Meow. Do I trim their nails myself? No, Fred. I pay somebody to do that for me. Would I like to instead do that? Yeah, but I don't like my cats thinking that I'm the bad guy. And so I let them instead go to the groomer to get their nails clipped. Or sometimes, like, if I get lucky and they're sleeping, I will clip them when they're not looking. So that's something I do too. Thank you for the favorite. If you're just coming in to Meow and Me, welcome in. You missed my kitties, Chuck Norris and Binka. But they are around. I guess I could show you one more thing while we're on this subject, for sure, is go into this other part here, is their cat towers. It's not particularly over, like it's a little messy in here, but this is where my cats have their cat towers, yeah? So they like to jump, play, drag their toys out. They like to sit in front of my window here. You'll see the vacuum is always out. I never put the vacuum away because my cats are both long-haired cats. And so they require vacuuming like 3 times a week. So we just leave the vacuum sitting out. But they like to claw this up. This is where they claw things up right here on their cat towers and their cat trees. They really love clawing the heck out of these things. And so this is where we keep their toys down here. And yeah, they enjoy this a lot, for sure, you guys, for sure. So this is where they spend a good amount of their time besides downstairs in the basement meowing like a couple crazy kitties. So they like to do that as well. So that gives you some insight into my cats and how they live. They're living the good cat life over here. Let me tell you, they're living the good cat life over here. So moving into our next segment tonight. Welcome to Hot Badge S. It's going to be, we don't have a pet of the week this week. Now, why don't we have a pet of the week? Because nobody sent their pets in to be pet of the week. So if you want your pet to be pet of the week, send me a picture of your pet and I'll make them pet of the week. Okay, that's how we do that. If you want your pet to be pet of the week, it's very easy to do. You just send your picture to me on Instagram with your pet's name and I'll get them on to being pet of the week. Now, moving forward, we are going to do a segment called Pets in the News. And here to share with us Pets in the News this week is our pet correspondent, Nashi. So welcome in, Nashi.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
How are you? Oh, God, that's the big screen. Hello. It's a whole lot of... How is everybody? Listen, can I just say that...
We're perfect.
Let Chuck know that I'll be calling him later. He was looking mighty good today.
Was he? Was he like all spruced up? He wanted to give you a little.
Spruced up. Mm-hmm.
He was like a lion on the prowl.
He was. Yes. So tonight it was interesting that you had mentioned rescuing, because I kept coming across a story this week about a 15-year-old Chihuahua
Oh, wow.
who was given up for, actually, her owner, who was older, had brought her into a vet's office to have her euthanized. She thought she was too old. Her name is Naomi. She thought she was too old, and because she was going blind, it was time to put her down.
Oh, wow.
So instead of the vet putting her down, he actually convinced the owner to let an animal rescue who does not euthanize dogs and actually takes in senior dogs and fosters them until they can get them adopted. And this dog, at 15 years old, she is blind, old, and is having her very first puppuccino. So I will just show the little video of her, and then I'll read a little bit more about her.
Yeah. Oh, should I make it bigger?
You can, yeah.
Taking Naomi to get her first puppuccino this morning. She's very excited. You want to try one? Can I get a grande iced coffee, 2 pumps of vanilla, and pumpkin cream cold foam, and a small puppuccino? Okay, here we go. Hey.
And that was the video. And where's my thing? Here we go. Oh God, Kitty, make me smaller. I just like the video because, how many of us feel like we're old and, that's just going to happen to us, right? But as pets, I have a Chihuahua mix. She's a Dachshund Chihuahua mix. And she's about Naomi's age, and she's going blind.
Aww.
And I just could never think of having her put down because of those reasons. Now, with Naomi, she was lucky enough to be taken over by an organization called, let me get back down here, called Muttville Senior Dog Rescue. And it's just that they rescue senior dogs whose owners feel like there's no hope for them. They want to put them down because they're old. And they take them in to prevent them from being euthanized prematurely. And in Naomi's case, they were like, no, we'll foster her. Her foster mom, Lisa, said she would keep her until the day she died if they couldn't find anybody to adopt her. And this story just hit me maybe because I have a dog just like that, and she's going blind. And just that first puppuccino, she getting that first taste. It's like a new life, some new life was breathed into her. And the happy news about this is Naomi's actually been adopted by a young couple who actually adopted another senior dog that is the Chihuahua as well. So she'll be going to a home who knows about senior dogs and with a dog sibling now. It's great to if you want a specific breed or you need a specific breed, I'm a very big advocate on rescue, and this is a situation of why. Is there's dogs out there like this, or animals, period, who need a home, whose owners thought that it was time to let them go other ways, but they still have plenty of life in them. So I wanted to share that story, as in to say, no matter how old the dog is, or the cat, or what it is, as long as they're showing you life, don't give up on them. Because remember, there was a time in your life where somebody never gave up on you. That's all I have.
That's incredible. Thank you, Nashi.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Nashi's our special pet correspondent. Make sure you hit Nashi with a favorite. She's here to give us the scoop every week on the pets. And what a great job she just does every week. She finds some incredible story of human and pet interactions out here. Now, I do want to give you a couple tips as we are moving into colder weather soon. And you're probably like, really, Kitty? Like, it's September. But, fall is just around the corner. And we're going to see a lot of leaves and a lot of branches breaking off trees and ending up in yards. So I want to remind you all, please, please, please make sure when you're getting your yard raked or mowed to be on the lookout for branches that your dogs may choke on. Please make sure you look through the garbage in your yard. Sometimes dogs just love to snack on things that are not the very best things for them to eat. Please make sure you take the moment to go through your yard inventory and just check to see what needs to be done out there if you have a yard. That being said, if you go to a public park, you may end up encountering some logs or branches that have broken down. Please be careful. Check out those things that your dogs might be running around with. You don't want them to get these broken branches and things lodged into their throat this time of year. It is that transitional phase from summer to winter. And as the trees start changing, you're also going to see all of these branches falling down. You'll see trash being blown into your yards, all of which your dogs will be prone to be taking out for a snack if possible. So just keep that in mind when you're out in your yard. If you see something, maybe just pick it up and throw it in the garbage can, so that way you don't end up having to take your dog into the vet because they swallowed a broken branch or something of that sort. That would be a shame to have happen during this season and time period. Yes, it is. It's a rough time of year because of the seasons changing, and when the seasons change, this stuff tends to happen. And so, like all things, the seasons do bring, more yard clutter, more park clutter. So just be aware that you may end up needing to be paying attention to those things as we move towards the winter time. Now, pretty much this concludes our episode of Meow and Me this week. I want to say thank you. Hello, Pisces. Thank you to all the gifters and everyone who came in. I hope you enjoyed my cats, Chuck Norris and Binka. I hope you got a chance to know a little bit more about their story, and maybe you enjoyed watching them eat their cat food while we tried to wrangle cats. It's very hard to wrangle cats. Trust me, guys. It's very, very hard to do. Like, it's not an easy thing to do. So, they do what they do, and I love them very much, but, they don't like to get on the tables at all. So they were like, what? Why should I'm not allowed up here? Like, what's happening? But Chuck always makes his way up here to knock things over, at times. So there's that part. You can never knock over enough things if you're Chuck, as well. So next week we will have another special guest. It won't be me. Again for probably another 2 years. So that was your one stop shop of meeting my kitties, and knowing why I was inspired to be called Kitty Commander, because I love my cat so much and I love kitties so much. And if you will, please, if you want to be a special guest on my show, you have a pet, please hit my bio. In my bio, my Instagram is linked to my bio. Hit me up on Instagram. Let me know. I have a pet. I'd love to be on your show. We'll get you scheduled to be on the show. If you have a pet and you don't want to be on the show, but you want to instead be pet of the week, just make sure that you send your picture of your pet with your pet's name into my Instagram and let me know so that we can get you scheduled into being Pet of the Week as well. Those are both things that are open to everybody. And I would just want to do a special shout out to my top gifters, D'Angelo Jones, Leah, Sassy, 420B, Pisces, Wolfie, Hakuna, Mr. Moon, Fred, Top Edge S, Nashy, Hobbitus, Miss Uno, Bella. I appreciate all of you. Thank you all so much for coming in. And I hope you have a good rest of the night. Meow. Take care of yourselves.